Lord, young'uns. Lord, 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 have mercy. Hold on a minute. I'm on my other computer, so things are going to be running a little bit janky. Yeah. Hopefully this works. But hi, guys. Can y'all hear me?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hey, Kel. Hey, QB, Sherry, Morgana. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I hope you guys can hear me. Excuse you, babe. Hey, everybody. This computer, man, my normal setup is still in there in the bedroom, and the husband is ready for bed. So, QB's like, lock him out of the bedroom. I'm like, yeah, he's locked me out of the bedroom. Aha. Hope you're doing well. Here, let me give you a quick little hi. I'm in my recliner, and yeah, this is wonky, donkey. But hey, we may have a verdict tonight. I don't know if you guys saw this. I was literally laying in my recliner. Sorry if the audio is in and out, but wait, why does law and crime still say unable to come to unanimous verdict? I don't know. The verdict clock is still going. But yeah, so I can kind of rewind it and watch it back. If QB, would you be able to hold on a minute. Would you be able to watch the actual stream for me to make sure that they're not coming back? I need to drop the link too, because hold on. Let me copy the link, paste this in here. There. I dropped the link in case you wanted to come up with me, QB. Wonky donkey. So, yeah, a while ago, I was laying here in my chair, and all of a sudden, I had like my phone. Oh, there's QB. Hold on. I was laying here in my chair.
Hi.
Hi.
Jolie.
Hi.
Hi, pretty girl.
Hi.
Hi.
So, anyway, I was laying here in my chair, like napping, and I had my phone plugged in on with the feed on, and it was nice and quiet. And then all of a sudden I hear stuff, and I like about jump up out of my chair, and I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute. I don't know if they ended it and went on to another, like autoplay another video or what. And I looked, and I was like, oh my Lord, they're still there. They're coming in. Things are happening.
Dang. Jay's live. Melanie's live. Do you know who hasn't covered this case?
Who?
Emily Baker.
Oh, she hasn't?
No, not a scintilla.
Not a scintilla.
Nary of stream. Let me put this. Make sure I got this. Okay.
Well, I think what I'll do is go back and share with you guys in case you haven't already watched, because the jury came back. y'all. And
Y'all.
I thought we was gonna have a Karen Reed moment. Because they was all like, "Oh, it's too early." And the defense, he's like, "Send him back. It's too early." Because he literally sounds like he's like swallowed a frog.
Judge looked like he was asleep.
Yeah.
He combed his hair in the back. He was like, "Let me get." He's like Judge Harry. He's just got the tie and the shirt thing under his robe. He don't have like he don't have no pants on. He was asleep.
I know, right? Hey, Chaloon. Hey, dearie.
Hi, Ernie.
Hey.
Oh,
Okay, let me turn this back. I'm gonna.
why am I looking on the screen trying to see why comments aren't coming up? Because I got Long Prime on my TV and I got you on my phone. I got this. I'm okay. I got this.
Okay, so I'm gonna rewind it, play it back, and as long as you,
Did they see the question that they came back with a question? Hey, Rose.
I don't know. Yeah, so like right now I've got it playing. You should see at the bottom of the screen it says stand by for jury question. This was
Oh,
earlier.
okay.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like 40 minutes ago, something like that. 45 minutes ago.
Oh, it's
Um,
longer than that, wasn't it? Has it only been 40 minutes since they asked the question?
well, whenever I scroll back to the minute mark, it said like 40 something. So, Rose Wills, hey girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
So
Um.
they come back with a jury question, and yeah, that he answers their question, and we'll all you guys will see what's happening.
No, I mean the original question, Jenny, that came right after you got off of the live. Because we
Oh,
discussed that in our back chat, but I don't know that everybody knows about that.
yeah, I'm not sure either. Do you want to mention it to him?
Yeah, I can. So
You're better at
like,
those uh reasons than I'm like what happened better at.
yeah. So right after Jenny let, I mean, she didn't even have the button wasn't even cooled off yet. It
Literally.
like it was like bam, and the jury's like, we got a question, and so Jenny's like, and we're like, well, let's just see what it is. So basically, they wanted to know if the okay, so when the defense asked Dr. Q back, now Dr. Q was the one with the curly blonde hair. He's the one that got he didn't really get him in trouble, but he's the one where the defense attorney got a whooping when he was talking to him the first time. I don't know if y'all remember him or not. Little glasses. He was like the marriage counselor.
Yeah, he
So
kind of
they
looked like he kind of looked like Judge Harry.
he did look like Judge Harry. He's a little cute, sweet little thing. He's just the sweetest little thing. He's like, this is trauma work. Okay. So so anyways, they wanted to know when the defense recalled him, not the first time he was on the stand, but the second time he was on the stand. Did he testify that his opinion of Doug being alpha male, controlling, all of those things, did he testify that that was his opinion based on his interactions with Doug, or was that based on what Ashley had told him? So they did their arguments. Of course, the defense says, "Okay, let's play the tape, play the tape, play the tape." And the state was like, "Actually, this is easy. It's 401B or 401 413A or 27I. I don't know which one it is. Anyways, one of the rules that says it, they have to rely on their memory of the evidence that was presented. Now, they can ask to have the transcript read, but they didn't ask for that. And the defense attorney was like, "Well, we need to read them the transcript." And he's like, "We can't just tell them that. That's something they have to ask for." And he's like, "Well, what if they don't know to ask?" And he goes, "Then they don't ask. I mean, this is part of jury. So the state was like, if you're going to read it back, you got to read the whole thing. And there's a reason why I feel that way, but I'll tell you in a minute. And so the judge was like, yeah, this is easy. It falls under their memory. I can't like instruct them because then that's him giving them a decision as to what the facts of the case are. He can't do that. That's their job to come to the facts of the case. So they come back and he says, okay, I read your thing. This is what it said. If I read it wrong, please let me know. But otherwise, I can't answer it because that's me giving you facts of the case. So y'all go back. And if you have any more questions or if I can clarify anything, let me know. And that was like his little head nod to say, hey, if y'all got any more questions, like if you wanted, I don't know, like the transcript or something, y'all can ask me. But he didn't say all that. So these cats about to have a big old fight in my house. Um, you still there? Am I still here? She
Yes,
must have muted.
yes. I
Okay,
just had it muted because Jolie's been playing her TV.
that's okay. Okay, so then this whole thing breaks out. Okay, now I went back. I grabbed the timestamp. I sent it in the chat. I of where they so they brought him back up on the stand and the defense was like, did you come to determination? He's a big old mean guy and he's a terrible person, nightmare human, all those things. Yes, I did. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Have a nice day. And so then the state starts to question him and the state's like, but did you come to that conclusion because of your time with Doug or because of conversations with Ashley? And he's like, well, actually, they said, so you said you spent, I think it was either 5 or 9 hours. I think it was 5 hours, 5 hours with Ashley one on one, right? And he was like, yeah, we were doing trauma work. And then she said, in 2 hours with Doug one on one, right? And he said, yeah. And she said 2 hours. I could have the hours off, but anyways, he spent as much time with her as he did with her and Doug combined. So 5 hours by himself with her, 2 hours with her and Doug, and 2 hours with Doug by himself. But she said, okay, so you spent um, twice as much time with her as you did with anybody else. And he's like, well, yeah, basically. And so she's like, so did you come to these decisions because of what you opined from seeing them and being with Doug, um or from what Ashley said? And he said, basically from what Ashley said. I think she put it to him like it was like a yes or no question. Like, did you come to these, determinations because of what Ashley said? And he said, yes. Okay. So people are losing their ever loving mind because they're like, the prosecutor lied and she said he said yes and he didn't say yes. And I'm like, but he did say yes. And so they're going back and they're listening to this guy say these things. And they're all like, he didn't say that. He said he got it from Doug. And I'm like, uh, I, I, okay. I don't, I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's really the psychology behind it is really interesting to me that people can all hear the same thing and and hear something different. Like, hey, Miss King, sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Like I don't get it. And I mean, they're right. He did say that he made the determination based on his interactions with Doug, but that was when the defense was questioning him. When the state questioned him, um, he said, yes, I made it based on her her stuff. No, there's no verdict yet. That's kind of what we were talking about. They came back and asked a question, which is what I was talking about, and then Jenny's going to play where they came back with another question, which wasn't actually a question, but they always say it's a question, and then you'll see what happens. So, do you want to play roll the bean footage, Jenny? I was just running at the mouth, forgetting that you were going to play that.
Yes, ma'am, I will. Hi,
I
Miss.
apologize.
No. I wanted you to explain it, and Dale's getting ready to head to the bed, and I was
Bye,
trying to
Dale.
get Joe
Sorry.
wound down for it's about her bedtime too.
Jolie, you got to go to bed. You got to start going to bed like at a regular bedtime.
Yeah. She's looking at me like, nah.
No, it's so you get a good night's sleep for the place that I'm not supposed to say.
I'm going to hit the play button and then I'll be right back.
Okay. Chilling. Jenny, you might want to speed it up a little. Mr. Cafe. I was like, why am I not hearing anything?
Sorry, I'm working one-handed around here.
I know you are. I'm sorry.
I got 52 things going on all at once. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Okay, I'm trying to get myself situated. I don't have a mouse. I'm having to use this janky mouse pad and all kinds of things. Hold on.
Oh,
And
oh,
this is my
oh.
slow
We
computer.
got movement. We got movement.
Oh God, in real life,
Yep. The clock's still going. They're showing him in the hallway. He just came out and the deputy just came out. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Stand by. Let me get some sound going here.
I just turned it to live.
See that door there? He just came out that door. Back it up just a little bit. He just came out that door, leaned his head out. I don't know if he said anything because I got it muted.
I see
Oh,
him.
they're all coming in.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Jeez Louise.
They are wearing me out. Look, lawyer, said he said he's adding a question to his voir dire. Have you watched any live streams on YouTube lately? And if so, which ones? He wants to know if they've seen all these hung juries. He's like, I've had enough of this crap, man. I was like, that is no joke. Hey, Steph,
Hey Steph. Hey,
just
hey.
stay here. Just stay here.
Yeah, so just to kind of okay. So this has been like an up and down roller coaster the last 20 some minutes. Actually close to an hour now because so the about 45 minutes to an hour ago, I want to say closer to an hour now, they came back with a question. The question was, we have come to an ununanimous we can't
And
come to a unanimous verdict. What now? And the judge basically said, "Go back." And the juror, he's like, you can go back and decide whether you want to stay and continue or to come back in the morning."
that
And
that
that
juror was
juror,
like, is there another option?
she said, "Or is there another option?" And he's like, "Not at this moment. Go back and deliberate." And so or they go back and make your decision. So they went back, and about 5 minutes later, they come back and said, "Yeah, we want to stay and continue deliberating." And so me and QB were in a privately chatting, and I said, we were both like, okay, OMG, they're going to come to a decision tonight, or they're going to come back and say, we still cannot come to a decision. Unanimous vote.
There's Tommy. I want to notate, first of all, that there are more deputies in there than there normally are. And two, these are nighttime deputies. These deputies, we don't normally see them.
Yeah, that chick, I'm not
That
seeing.
I ain't never seen her. Now the tall gray hair guy, I think he's been there. I need to know who the bald guy is with his arm around Eva. He
Yeah,
hasn't been. Today's the first day he's been here, but he's been all comfy cozy with her.
yeah. I wonder if he's like a aunt or not an aunt, but an uncle or.
It's funny that Eva hasn't been sitting with Tommy the whole time. Like I haven't seen them interact at all.
Mm.
I don't know. I think Tommy's a weird one too, but that's just me. Here, throw up the QB. Look, Court TV. I'm gonna need you to get your life together.
Court TV is always the most.
There,
Steph, I wonder if he's the aunt. He's the aunt.
yes, but
He's
see,
the
he
aunt.
hasn't been here the whole time. But she ain't like
QB, ma'am. Where'd you go? There she
you
is.
too.
Baby, she's back.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
You
look,
can blame
listen.
it all
On me. That clock's still running. Y'all need to stop that clock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steph, I was fine with Tommy, but until he started trying to peddle his
That was getting on my nerves. That I'm an
medical
expert
files
in,
that he's a master trainer in.
bro. Sit
And
down.
also that whole rigmarole back and forth questioning about him saying the wrong one. I'm
Oh
like,
snap! Jay is saying they have a verdict.
oh wow. It
I
says
told
in
you.
court the jury has reached a verdict.
I told you. I told you that chick was the holdout. Is there another option? She went back there. She's like, "Give me that form. Give me that form."
Steph said, I didn't hear the L in that statement. What does that mean?
Maybe
Patricia,
the lie.
I'm thinking it's going to be not guilty given what occurred earlier with the jury. Yeah.
Hmm.
Either that or that holdout was the.
I'm
She was
telling you, that chick that was like, "Is there another?" She was the holdout. She was like, "Bump all this noise. I want to go home, and I am not coming back here tomorrow." But see,
Steph
now
feels
we'll
like
never know.
presence. Oh, when QB said clock, she didn't hear an L. QB.
Whatever, ma'am. That's just your brain. That's your brain.
That's Steph's brain,
I agree with
and
you,
this is
Steph. I
Steph's
think
brain without
on
stuff.
an egg. On an egg.
No, she's got
um,
eggs. You know what I'm
look,
saying?
I agree, Steph, that I think he is making himself out to be a bigger part because he wanted to get some notoriety on his machine that he's a master trainer in.
Yeah, his health,
Y'all,
pain
and the
relief.
prosecutors look happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got her rainbow cup.
She does.
There's
She
your
always
cup,
has that.
Jenny.
I know. I'm
That's a
gonna go steal it.
Starbucks. That's a Starbucks.
I think so. You can't tell it there,
But you
but
can.
I seen it at another angle, and it's one of those diamond studded
Diamond
looking
one,
ones. You know?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, how about
Yeah.
these children come home? How about these children come home the other day with some diamond studded Starbucks cups? Because they were on clearance.
What color were they?
There was a pink one and a blue one.
Wow.
Yep. So Jazz don't like pink, so Jay took the pink one. He's like, I'm a man, I can handle it.
Real
And
men.
and she took
Real
them.
men drink out of pink cups.
They're cute cups.
I got one from Walmart too, but it don't.
They're
Stay.
definitely not the same. I mean, there is definitely a difference. It just isn't worth. I mean, if I'm gonna pay that much for a cup, I'm gonna get one that's aluminum steel, vacuum sealed, keep my drink cold for 4 days kind of
And
thing.
won't sweat all over everything.
Yep. Yeah,
I could,
Kathy Russin said it seems weird that they were just deadlocked 30 minutes ago.
mhm.
Now, if they come back guilty, look, listen, that defense attorney's gonna be like, it's because you told them they had to make a decision.
Mhm.
That and that because he hears what he wants to. He just wants to go home and go to bed. They all need to go to bed. And look, I was wondering why Jules wasn't in the court today because she's been there the whole time. She didn't come to court today because she just got over the vid. And she's like, all them people in there coughing, sneezing, hacking. She's like, no, ma'am. I'm not going in there. So I guess she live streamed with somebody today.
QB, you're not like leaning towards you think he's her man or something, do you?
I don't know what he is, but he's got his arm around her, and she's just like, and maybe I mean that's her normal I'm freaked out look,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know why's he got his arm around her.
Chaloon said, I would assume not guilty. If you flip, I can't see so quickly going from guilty to not. Baby, come back.
Oh, for the love of Pete, I'm not even moving.
Well, hi, Spence. Hi.
Spence, she made it. Y'all, she got. Are you home, ma'am? Are you home?
How was the concert?
I know she got her ride was there, but I don't know if she made it home. She got like a 1% left on her battery, y'all. Don't
Oh.
unless she's home charging.
Hi, Emma. Well, if she's not got 1%, she ain't got no business over here on YouTube.
Hey, Emma.
Hi, Emma. How are you?
Okay, you're on the bus.
Okay, good deal.
Oh.
Here they
Oh,
come.
the paralegal's back. He wasn't there earlier.
He's like, nah, I'm going to
Mm-mm.
stay here and sleep. Y'all let me know if they got something. If they ain't got nothing, don't bother me.
Oof, yo.
All right, we're back on the record in State of Florida versus Ashley Benefield, 2020 CF 3014. I've been informed there's a verdict. Prior to bringing the jury out, I did want to make this announcement. The jury has reached a verdict, and I'm about to bring them out so the verdict can be reviewed and published. I know many of you here in the audience have been here throughout the trial, and I want to thank you for conducting yourselves appropriately throughout the trial. I realize that the reading of the verdict can be very stressful, and it is likely that some of you will agree with the jury's verdict, and some of you will not. As sometimes happens, it may be that no one is pleased with the jury's verdict. Whatever your personal feelings are about this jury's verdict, I ask you to remember that these jurors were randomly selected from our community. They were thoroughly questioned by the court and lawyers for both sides, and they were selected from the larger group to hear this case because of their demonstrated ability to be fair and impartial. I've paid close attention to this jury, and they have been attentive, observant, and focused throughout the trial. No matter how much you agree or disagree with the verdict, there are to be no outbursts of emotion. Our judicial system, in fact, our entire society, has relied on jurors to help resolve disputes for over 200 years. Their verdict needs to be respected, even if you don't understand it or don't agree with it. You ready to bring in the jury?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring them in. seat. Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict, and you have a foreperson.
Yes, we do.
Ma'am, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have.
Is the verdict unanimous?
Yes, it is.
Would you please hand the verdict form to the deputy? I need to check it, make sure it's in proper form. Thank you. All right, the verdict appears to be in proper form. Madam Clerk, would you please publish the verdict?
In the Circuit Court of the 12th Judicial Circuit in Fort Yancey County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Ashley Benefield, case number 2020 CF 3014. Verdict. We, the jury, finds as follows as to the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense. Did Ashley Benefield actually carry a firearm? Yes. Did Ashley Benefield discharge a firearm? Yes. Did Ashley Benefield, as a result of discharging a firearm, cause death to Douglas Benefield? Yes. So say we all this 30th day of July, 2024 at Bradenton, Manatee County, Florida. Cheryl, foreperson.
Would either side like the jury polled? State? No. Defendants?
Yes, sir.
Members of the jury, you're now going to be polled. The clerk is going to ask each of you individually if this is your verdict and the verdict of the jury as a whole. Madam Clerk?
Juror number 15, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror number 20, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror 21, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror number 29, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror number 33, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
And juror number 35, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Thank you. Members of the jury, I want to thank you for your time and consideration in this case. I know that many of you have missed important work obligations and family obligations and other engagements that you had planned, as well as time with your families. But I want to thank you for being willing to give us your time and your attention and being observant to this entire trial and serving as jurors and doing your civic duty. I have paperwork that we're going to give you that will reflect your service as a juror, as well as a piece of paper from the clerk's office documenting that each of you has been here for these number of days if you need it for work purposes. If you need some sort of other paperwork for work or anything like that, contact my judicial assistant and we'll be able to get that for you. I also want to advise you of some very special privileges that all jurors enjoy. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak with anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from the attorneys, or elsewhere. Bless you. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror or not. Again, on behalf of myself, the entire judges of the 12th Circuit, thank you very much for your time and your attention during this trial. I now discharge you as jurors in this case and release you from any further obligations in this matter. You're free to go. Make sure you pick up your electronic devices, and please make sure that your notes stay with the deputy. They're going to be returned to me. They will be destroyed. No one will ever read your notes.
Okay.
Thank you.
write a note. Getting ready to get. Is she going to be
Hold on,
sentenced
you all
now, or
have a seat. The jury is
I
out.
don't know. I agree, Patricia. I want to say something about that when we get done here.
absolutely?
State.
Judge, I would ask you to remand the defendant at this point.
I knew she was going to say
I believe
that.
She has a right to a PSI for sentencing, so I'm not sure if she would waive that or proceed with that.
Do you went to PSI?
I think we'd prefer to have PSI.
I'll sign an order tonight for that. It's a late in the evening. My judicial assistant will reach out to both of you tomorrow to begin coordinating a hearing, sentencing hearing. You could let her know how much time you need. Right now, the pre-sentence investigations are running a month to 6 weeks, so it'll certainly, the time for sentencing will be outside of that, but then you can let me know how much time you'll need.
Let me direct myself, Your Honor, to post-trial release if I can.
Yes, sir.
Under Youngston, I know that Younghans, rather, I know that the court is familiar with the standard. They stated in no uncertain terms, but if taken in good faith on grounds not frivolous but fairly debatable in view of the decisions of the Supreme Court, then the petitioner should be admitted to bail. And they set out for the trial court 3 factors. The first, with respect to the appeal not being frivolous, I think by the court's own acknowledgement at 2 different points in the trial, the court noted that we were dealing with novel issues that the court had not seen before. I think we certainly have good and sufficient grounds to appeal in good faith. The factors, according to Younghans, Your Honor, is the habits of the individual as respect for the law. Ms. Benefield has no prior history of criminal activity, as the court knows. Her local attachments to the community by way of family ties, business, or investments. She lives here in Bradenton, has lived here for a while. Her mother resides here. Her child resides here. The severity of the punishment imposed for the offense, that is substantial. There's no denying it. And any other circumstance relevant to the question of whether the person would be tempted to remove herself from the jurisdiction of the court. Ms. Benefield, on every single occasion over the course of the life of this case, has appeared when requested. She has never once failed to meet any obligation pursuant to the bond that she's on. As a result, we ask that the court entertain setting a post-trial bond. The only other thing that the court noted in the Younghans decision was that it's axiomatic that the exercise of judicial discretion should never be arbitrary, capricious, or unreasonable, and where the discretion is exercised in favor of denying to a person a basic and fundamental right, the reasons for doing so should be sound and they should be clearly stated. So pursuant to Rule 3.691, post-trial release, Your Honor, we ask that the court admit Ms. Benefield to bond, continue her on the same bond, in fact. And if the court is not inclined to do so, we ask that Your Honor stay the decision so that we can appeal directly to the second district. As the court knows, it's an accelerated docket because of the nature of the motion, that is to say, the bond.
Thank you. State, did you want to be heard?
Judge, I object to any bond at this point. The potential sentence is 30 years. While this defendant may have appeared at every court hearing, she was not convicted of the charge at the time. She has much more at stake at this point, being convicted of this crime, and I would ask you to deny bond.
In rebuttal. Ms. Benefield, the jury, having found you guilty of manslaughter with a firearm, are going to remand you to the custody of the Manatee County Sheriff. We're going to revoke your bonds where you'll be held pending sentencing.
Whoa. I agree, Patricia. That's what I want to say. Whoa. I cannot believe they're taking her now.
All right, the court has stayed in recess until we get a sentencing hearing set up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I trust Your Honor will issue a written order on the bond.
The bond?
Yes.
Yes. If it's required, I certainly will.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thanks, thank you.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
I'm shooketh, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, there's no way I would chance letting her loose.
No, like the prosecutor said, she came to court because she wasn't convicted. Once you're convicted of manslaughter, murder, whatever, you don't get a bond. You don't get a bond. And that's, this judge is fair across the board, so he's going to do what he's going to do, like, for anybody. Just because of the factors in this case, it doesn't change the fact that
Yeah.
what I wanted to say, I don't want to forget what I wanted to say, that Patricia was talking about people being afraid or being not wanting to bring their case. It's twofold. I agree with what Steph said, but more importantly for me, I want to say, I got so many words. I want to say that I think that the prosecutors in this case were sickening to me.
Oh yeah.
I think that normally they would be prosecuting the person that came against, they would be on the side of the domestic violence victim, but the way that they acted towards her, any woman that even remotely felt like they were going to be strong enough to bring charges or go after their abuser will think 150 times before they'll do that now.
Yeah.
Because they'll wonder if they're on the other side, is the prosecutor going to come at them? If the prosecutor's defending them, is the defense going to come at them? Is that what they're going to have to go through? Are they going to have to be on the stand and reenact what happened? Are they going to, is the prosecutor, and I don't get me wrong, I think she was fake crying too, but the prosecutor standing up there fake whimpering, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
Do I think that do I think that this was a right decision? I do think it was a right decision. I think it was a middle of the road, and I think that she was probably abused, but I don't think that it came to the point of, shooting to kill. I think she had other opportunities to leave, and she chose to run into that back bedroom because she knew the gun was there. And I believe that she was mentally abused. I also think that she was manipulative, and she probably abused him as well, mentally.
Yeah.
So I think this was a good decision, but I want to go on record saying that I think the prosecution was distasteful. I think they were unprofessional. I think that they set domestic violence victims back 150 years. I think that they should be ashamed of themselves. And if y'all are listening, I hope you're listening. Wait, do you want to put up the QB banner? Because I don't even care.
No, you're good.
I'm angry. I'm angry at that. I'm angry at that because it is so hard for domestic violence victims to stand up for themselves. And it's a travesty. That was a travesty to me. There were so many other ways that they could have gotten their point across.
Right.
They didn't have to do that. So, and also, I mean, and I agree with Steph too. There's so many women out there that do abuse the system, that do manipulate the system, that do cry wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there's too many times where true victims are not believed, that we have to believe everybody.
Right.
You know, and that's why I think I struggled so hard with this case. This case has been tough on me, y'all.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure it doesn't help that, you know, I'm all raw and stuff too, but this one was tough for me because I side with domestic violence victims. It takes a whole lot for me not to believe somebody. Because there's too many times where they're not believed. And then you know where we end up? We end up with Doug on trial.
Right.
And I'm not okay with that either.
Right. Oh, she dropped. Hold on, you guys. Hold on.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, but you're good.
For me, I would normally side with the domestic violence victim, and this was very hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very hard for me. I don't, and I'm watching all these people that I respect. You know, that I respect a lot, and they're adamant that she's not guilty. And how could you see it any other way? And I'm sitting there looking at it, going, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how you could see it, you know? And hold on, y'all. Hey, how was your shift?
Good. How was your?
Okay, good. I'm on a live. Love you. I didn't.
You didn't have any?
No. Sorry, y'all.
Child.
Oh, they said, hey man, child. Hey, the trash, please. Okay. Sorry, y'all are hearing my whole thing. He just got home. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking at people, law tubers and stuff that I respect, and they're just so adamant, and I'm like, what am I missing?
I don't know. Let me ask you this though. The ones that you're talking about, and it shouldn't matter, but sometimes it does. Are they men, women, or both?
Both.
Okay. Okay.
Both. And I don't know, like, I don't.
Perspective. From
It's absolutely a
not
different
that it
perspective.
should matter,
But it is. But no, it's a different perspective. But what really gets me, Jenny, is how adamant the men are that she's not guilty.
right.
That's where I was like, what am I looking at wrong? Because normally, again, I don't want to, do stereotypes, but let's be honest. If a woman shoots a man, the men are going to be like, "Nah, homie, she shot my boy. That's crazy." And the women are going to be like, she was justified, right?
Yeah.
And so to have these people, like I said, that I respect their opinions. I mean, I don't know them, so they could be trash. I don't know, but I respect their opinions because I've watched them for a long time, and I've learned what they believe, and a lot of their beliefs align with my beliefs, and and we can agree to disagree. But I'm just looking at it, going, these men are like so adamant. Like, how could you see it any other way? And I don't know if they let their emotions of how the prosecutor treated the case get in the way? I don't know.
Well, I mean, my mind automatically goes to maybe they've let oh, she's a poor, pitiful
Could be.
woman who's been mistreated, and then on the other hand, you have the females who are the ones that are over in the corner saying, "Nah, something's dodgy with her." That's me. That's me.
Right?
My gut, and not that my gut is always right. I mean, everybody's gut ain't 100% right all the time, but from the get go. Now, I will say that whenever they brought up all the stuff with Doug and all that, the day that she was on the stand and different things, I was leaning. I was leaning, but I still kind of just in my gut lends more to her being guilty.
My gut originally said she was guilty. Okay. But
Mhm.
then I was like, okay, but I went back and I watched all the pretrial hearings because what I'm working on, this is just me personally, is I'm working on being able to watch because I feel like it's important for what we do, right? So I want to be able to watch the pretrial stuff and still come in with a clear mind like a juror and say, okay, I have to put that out of my head and I have to come in and I have to just listen to what's being said in court.
Yeah,
Because
it's not
it's hard, but the fact of the matter is that I'm not going to listen to the hearings because I
right.
got the FOMO. I'm going to listen. Okay. And I want to know because it's why I have, I mean, I'm not saying I'm all that with a can of beans, but I mean, it's why I have the knowledge I have because I I searched for knowledge. I want to know the things. I want to learn all the things. So, and I do have the FOMO, and the FOMO is real. It's no joke. Um,
Hey,
and
Shiraz.
hey, Shiraz. And so, uh, so where I'm trying to get is I can watch the pretrial hearings and hear all this stuff, and then I could come in and I can watch the trial. And that's what, look, I was fighting with people because I was asking,
Mhm,
did that come out in the trial?
mhm,
Well, why are you defending him? I'm not defending nobody. I'm asking a question because I'm trying to see was that a pretrial thing or did that come out in trial? Because I'm trying to look at this like a juror.
mhm,
Now, do I think that they proved their case? I don't. I
mhm.
don't think that they proved their case. But I also see where they how they got to this because for me, I did not think that everything rose to the there was a lot of okay, and I don't know if I said this in chat with I don't know who I was talking to. There's no telling. But my thing is this, okay? Let's just say hypothetically, allegedly, alleganiously, Devicles
Alligator.
clavicle, Devicles clavicle, that the abuse rose to a level that she felt like she needed to self-defend herself, right?
Mhm. Right.
You gonna tell me that her mama didn't testify to nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Nothing. She was on that stand, and the defense never once asked her, not nary a
Appalachia.
word,
Appalachia.
nary a word about abuse, how he treated her. And don't get me wrong, he could hide it. He could hide it. But I'm telling
Right.
you, as close as her and her mama are, and as I think her mama's controlling. I'm just saying. That's just my vibe I get. Okay. And um I don't know. Oh, I'm about to be ugly. I don't know that her mama's gonna be unhappy because she's got that baby.
Mm.
She's got
Mm-mm-mm.
custody of that baby and she already had custody. They gave her custody when she went to trial in
Oh
case something
wow.
like this happened. But that mama didn't say nothing, not nary a daggone word. That she was found her in her room crying, that she was afraid, that she nothing, nothing. And the defense attorney didn't ask.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I can't. I can't. I just cannot. That woman. Look, QB got the FOMO bad. She recognized. Look, the first. I don't even want to cure it. Okay, I got the FOMO and I'm happy with it.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes it's really annoying. But yeah, so I don't know. I want to know what Shiraz thinks
Mm.
because I know.
Morgana, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, make sure if you coming in, give us a big thumbs up. We
Give
would
the
love
thumbs
it.
up.
We would love it. Uh, yeah, I would love to know Shiraz. I'm
Ma'am, are you brushing your microphone?
not trying to. How about now? Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. You're.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're doing, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Look, I'm just worried about so people can hear you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I'm like literally sitting here with my laptop in my lap instead of on the table.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Spence. I'm sorry, Morgana.
Ah, my ears. Oh, where's Margaret? She's supposed to holler.
Oh,
She's drinking her wine out of her Tommy Tippy cup.
she is. Her champagne.
It's Pagana.
Um, I want to watch back. Hold on. Oh God. Steph. I do believe he was an angry man, but I also believe Ashley was working the system and did not want to share the baby. Yeah, I feel like that too.
Miss King, Ockman's razor. Two things can be true at the same time. He could be a nightmare human, and so could she. And I think that I think they were both toxic. I think they fed off of each other. But I also think that she manipulated the system. Um, and there was little things like I'm going to do whatever I can to keep my baby, okay? Not to protect my baby.
Right. Yeah, you said that earlier.
And it's little stuff like that, that make you go, huh.
Exactly.
He was showing signs of abuse before she got pregnant. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not victim blaming because 90% of domestic violence victims go back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times before they actually leave. Okay. And they do crazy things. That's one of the reasons why I was so mad at the prosecutor talking about, oh, she's taking pictures and she's smiling and they had a wedding reception. Abused women do that. Abused women do that. So that's not an argument for me.
Right.
But she, I mean, they had to unvasectomy him, okay?
Hmm.
Unvasect his vasectomy. I don't know how you say it. Reversal it. Um, and those are medical terms. Unvasect the vasectomy. Um, I mean, it was a
But not
process.
the vasectomy or the
Not
not
not.
vasectomy.
They had to unknot the vasectomy.
He was
Um,
unvasectomized.
he was those things. And so yeah. I was trying to see what um yeah, she is very mature. I think I'm going to tell y'all this is just pure gut instinct, okay? I think that her mother was very controlling and I think that she was abusive. We and here's the other thing, or maybe the flip side of that is maybe her mama was abused because we didn't hear nothing about her daddy. Where her daddy at?
Yeah, I know.
Where her daddy at? I mean, we heard he was a military man, and then poof, he was gone. But
I
to
don't.
me, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I just get the feeling like my gut tells me, and it's probably way off, but I feel like that she used him strictly for the money and the baby and then threw him away. She's like, that's all I want. I don't need a relationship with you. I don't want a relationship with you. I never really wanted a relationship with you. I just want your money. I want my ballet company and I want a baby. And bye. That's what I think.
Yeah, yeah, 13 days. I mean, so Shiraz, hey Nicole, hey Ween Baby, hey y'all, hey. Um, you know, the thing is though, Shiraz, about being isolated, that's the one thing that I don't see as far as, normally with abuse victims, they will be completely isolated and the abuser will be their whole world. And where this was different was she left. She went to her mama's down in Florida. He dropped her off, whether he dropped her off because she said she wanted to go, or he dropped her off because he said he wasn't going to take care of her, or whatever the case may be. She went down to Florida and she was with her mama. So she had that support, so much so that she had that baby without him knowing, named the baby her grandfather's last name,
Mm-hmm.
didn't put him on the birth certificate. I mean, you don't do all those things at let me say this first of all. Let me do a caveat. Not all abuse victims are the same, okay? And everybody acts differently.
Mm-hmm.
But there are similarities in things. Like I said, the picture taking and the wedding reception, stuff like that. If you have an abusive husband and he says, we're going to have a wedding reception, you go, okay, what would you like me to wear?
Mm-hmm.
You don't go, well, I'm not going to go act like I'm happy because you're a whole big piece of crap.
Right.
You don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but, she had her mama and she was out. She was away. She was, other than having to share the child, which that was the other thing that got me. Like, every time they would make a decision in court and it didn't go her way was when she went back to him and played nicey nice and we were going to get back together. He filed for divorce. She's like, oh no, homie, let me come back and let's play nice. Let's get back together.
Yeah.
He wanted to see the baby. Okay, now, well, no, we're going to get back together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, every single time there was some kind of ruling that was against her favor, that was when she went back to, and she didn't have to go back to him. She didn't have to go back to him. She was not dependent. He lost all his money in the ballet. She was not dependent on him financially. She was living with her mama. She had a roof over her head. Her mama got the house in Maryland, okay, inherited it, so they had a place to go live.
Ooh, Shiraz, that's
What
juicy.
is what did Shiraz say? Hold on. She knew who he was because
He was a targeted
that's
donor.
right. That's right.
A targeted donor. She
That's
was
right.
assigned to research for the Trump campaign. She
Yes.
sure knew before she
You
met
are
that he
absolutely
was a
right.
recent widow. See, that right there tells me
Shiraz. See? Yes.
that
And
tells me
so,
it's bang on straight.
yep.
She did
I
target
forgot
him.
about that. I
I'm
forgot about
telling
that.
you, I don't feel like there was one iota of her that cared for any relationship from him. I
Well,
think
and so things that didn't come out in trial, that was one of them. Here's another thing. She wrote in her memoirs or journal or whatever, because she worked on the Trump campaign and she flew on the plane with him. And he referred to her as his honey and his baby and his sweetheart or something like that. And she wrote all that down like that was an amazing thing. No,
hmm
that's gross.
hmm
That's not okay. That's gross. I forgot about that show. See, I blocked it out because I was trying to. Oh, I absolutely think he was emotionally abusive. Absolutely, I think he was intimidating. I was almost going to say something, and now I'm trying to keep my mouth shut because I got potatoes and corn. Um, y'all know what potatoes and corn are?
A lot of carbohydrates.
No, it's eyes and ears. You know, potatoes get eyes,
Oh, eyes and ears.
corn
Gotcha.
are ears. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
I gotta
Gotcha.
be careful what I say. Um, it was funny today. Somebody said something about, well, she wasn't getting any child support, and I was like, that's interesting because none of that ever came up in trial. Like, was he paying? You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't come up.
Hmm.
Um, so on the one hand, you could say the prosecution didn't bring it up because they didn't want it to be that she was dependent and then she fell into another cog on the wheel of domestic violence, or the defense didn't bring it up because they didn't want them to know that he was paying child support and that he was being a good daddy. You know, I don't know. It was weird to me that the financials never came up. Shraz, I forgot about that with the investors.
Well, I mean, I heard that she, met him on the like campaign trail, but I didn't know all of that about it.
Yeah, well, see, I like I said, I am trying really hard to watch the pretrial stuff, and then, but when it comes to trial, just go and it's hard. It's hard to do that,
Hmm.
but that's my goal because I should be able to. I mean, you have to be
Uh oh. Baby, come back. You
able to
can blame
love.
it
It's
on me.
It's 11:20. Like, who's on the interwebs at this time? It's me. What is today? Tuesday? Y'all go to bed. Don't y'all got to go to work or something?
Me
Not
and
you
you and
guys.
15 other eyeballs.
Not you guys. I'm talking about the people using my Wi-Fi or my interwebs over here. Ain't y'all got like
Mm,
somewhere to be or something?
I don't
I
know.
know
I'll
I'll
tell
be
you.
home
I'll tell
healing.
you what. Whenever we were watching earlier, before I went live with you guys, whenever they did when they first came back and said that about the couldn't come to a unanimous vote decision, there was a look she had about her face that I took a screenshot of, and I want you guys to see it, and I want to kind of get your feel of it.
Jenny and I were
It was
both
a
like, "Did you see that?"
little, yeah, it was a little bit telling to me,
I was trying to
especially.
like.
Hmm.
She kind of rolled her eyes and then did what Jenny's going to show y'all, and then she had to write a note to Taylor because he can't never hear her. And so I thought I was trying, man. Well, show the thing, and then
I
I'll say
will.
what I'm
I
going to
gotta
say.
find it. First, I want to. But first, let me. I want to go back to where.
Right, Patricia? I ain't even got enough Wi-Fi for me. I ain't sharing it. Y'all, I'm gonna have to get some glasses. I can't see this chat.
Hold on a minute. I have to fix my. I need a daggone thing to put my laptop on because it's getting hot. So I have to hold it up in the air, and that's why I get
Oh
into.
yeah, don't be putting it in your lap. It's got to breathe.
Yeah, I know. It's why I keep having issues with you all not being able to hear me. And I don't
Oh,
know.
we could hear you. The problem wasn't hearing you. It was like
Did
I don't
she
even know if I
fall off?
did that. No, I didn't even know if I did that justice. It was terrible.
I'm
My
sorry.
ers, my potatoes and corn. Y'all ain't never heard that?
No,
We say that all the time. We'll be like, I'll have to talk to you later. I got potatoes and corn.
I have never heard that before.
Yeah, y'all use it. Y'all use it in a sentence. Did y'all go watch Miss Innuendo? Did y'all see how she used my facts and facts? I'm gonna need to copyright that.
I did not see that.
She sure did. She said not facts like FACTS, like straight facts, like a fax machine. And I was like, ma'am, that's mine.
Okay, I'm going to hit the play button, and I think this is where they come in with because it says stand by for the jury question.
Exactly, Shiraz. Facts. I'm gonna need her to not use my thing because that's all me. That was one-handed voice to text Siri messing with me kind of crap. Margaret, Margaret,
Margaret's here. Margaret, we had a verdict, ma'am.
verdict, verdict
We're all cut from the same
from the
set.
same set. You ain't wrong. That chick, she cracks me up. I love her so much.
She cracks me up too.
Like, hey, true crime friend. I'm not telling y'all to go unalive anybody, but that was a PSA unaliving. I was like, no, ma'am. And the pew pew. I got the pew pew.
Okay, hold on. Hi, Margaret. All right, so this is where we fast forward
Is this
it.
the question, or is this isn't the question?
No, this is where they come in at just about 10 o'clock when the
And said they
jury's like,
couldn't come to a.
yeah.
That chick was like, is there another option?
So
I missed that.
you missed
I'm
the
gonna be
or
quiet.
part.
Yeah, I did until somebody said it, and I did a Jenny and rewound. I was like, please be
All
kind,
right,
rewind. I
welcome
need
back,
to hear
everyone.
that.
We're back on the record in state of Florida versus Ashley Benefield, 2020 CF 3014. I have another communication.
Okay, so Margaret, and for anybody else that's coming in that don't know what's going on, there was a verdict, but this was earlier tonight. First, the jury comes in and says that they cannot reach a unanimous verdict. This is that part. He sends them back, and they end up with a verdict, and we'll skip through and play it for you guys over again for those of you that missed it. But you have to see this part first. So you got to watch this part first. Hey, Lee, welcome back. She got a new bag.
From the jury. I'm going to read it verbatim and then I'll hear from both sides. Unable to come to unanimous verdict. Signed, juror.
That's an easy one. It's been less than 6 hours. Keep working. But with this caveat.
Keep working. But notice his voice. God love him.
Oh, I know. He's so sick. Look, he just went home and drank a whole bottle of NyQuil.
Yeah. He's like, just like my vocal cords are raw. My throat, his voice, his like sounds like it's getting in his chest. He needs to be watching it.
Spence, why can't you go to bed? Because we over here acting a fool all night at 11 o'clock at night. Because I'm always telling her to go to bed. Now I'm up.
He needs some daggone Mucinex.
He needs something.
Mm-mm. Okay, here we go.
Caveat, Your Honor. I think you should at least acknowledge to them, because I don't know that either out of politeness or a sense of intimidation, I don't know that they know they can ask if they can go home and come back in the morning.
Judge, and I think asking them about going home, coming back is definitely something that they also need to Allen charge before we make any decisions after that.
I'd be given Allen charge after 6 hours.
Yeah, hold on. Just go ahead and say your piece.
Judge, I didn't realize that there was any hour attached to an Allen charge. I just thought that once they said
Don't
they
be a
would go
smart
out,
butt. It's
that
been 5
give them
hours.
the Allen charge. But it is almost 10 o'clock, so they may want to go home and come back tomorrow.
All right, thank you both very much. As we all know, the Allen charge is a one-time thing. So my inclination was to bring them out, acknowledge that they've been working for almost 6 hours, well over 5.5 hours, acknowledge the time of the evening, and give them that option. And I'm not going to ask for them to vote. The way I do this is I'll explain to them, you've been working, we acknowledge that, it's late. If you want, you can go home for the evening, come back tomorrow, fresh, and continue your deliberations. I send them back to decide if that's what they want to do or not, and then go from there.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's bring them out.
Okay, now hold on a second, because this is where I gotta find her look that she gives. Just hold on. Let me see if
You
I
took a screenshot. You ain't gotten a screenshot?
not on my computer. It's on my phone.
Where can I send it?
Hold on, I might be able to stop it right here.
Oh, it's coming right here, Jenny.
Yeah.
Because they were talking. Right there.
Right there. See that? Look at that smirk. She has this smirk on her face, like.
But see, they were chatting. She was whispering in his ear, and he couldn't hear. And she pulls out a pad, and she's got to write a note. I was just thinking, maybe, well, she ain't smirking now. I know that. I guarantee you, she ain't smirking now. Shiraz, I was telling them that about Jules. I saw that Jules just got over the vid, and she said everybody and their mother was coughing and sneezing and aching and fever and all kinds of stuff up in that courtroom. She was like, "Nah, homie, I'm staying home."
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on a minute. I gotta put my glasses back on. I can't see what I'm doing over here. Let me just check that smirk, man. Look at that smirk. Look at that.
That's where she pulls out her pad and writes him a little note because he can't hear nothing. His ears are all stopped up.
Yeah, but they just got told that they're basically on the verge of a daggone hung jury. What do you think her question is going to be? Am I free? Am I free to go?
You ain't free now, ma'am.
Now, earlier today, I don't know if it's after this or if it was earlier, I heard him say something. She asked him a question, and I heard him say hotel, the word hotel. And so I know her question was, where do I go? Where am I going to meet you at? Or where am I supposed to go next? What do I
don't know.
need to
He's
do?
a little old for her. I mean, I know she likes him older, but
I don't mean that.
I know. I'm just messing.
Oh. But just then, I just feel like her question was like, and she's smirking because she thinks she's got out of this mess.
I bet she didn't think she was going to jail at 11 o'clock at night.
Probably not. Probably not. Steph says I don't typically frog log this late.
That's kind of a morning constitutional kind of thing.
Yeah, me too. For me too. I know.
I don't know. All I know is
I'm gonna
dry, wet, dry.
I'm gonna dry, wet, dry. All right.
Oh, the microphone. Oh,
is that better?
Yeah. Oh.
Where is the thing at? Hold on. Where is it? Is this it?
Yes.
That's it.
Oh my God. What,
Okay.
Margaret? Do it, Margaret. We were doing it earlier. You weren't here. My ears, my ears. There she goes. Look, my ears,
Okay, let me.
my potatoes.
My potatoes. Let me hit play so we can continue watching this little bit.
Y'all gotta listen for it. Well, not yet.
Where they go? This is where she sits, and they're waiting for them to come
Step
back.
in the back and make
Okay.
a decision
So
every other, that we, 10 o'clock, you've been working. Received. All right, y'all can have a seat. Welcome back.
Oh, it is my
The
corn. My
jury
bad.
has received a note from you. It says unable to come to unanimous verdict. We all recognize that you've been working for almost 6 full hours, and it's getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock in the evening. I want you to go back, and there's an option that we can come back tomorrow and start fresh in the morning. I do have some court first thing in the morning, but we can get started same as every other day about 9 o'clock. So I'm going to ask you to step in the back and make a decision amongst yourselves if you'd like to come back tomorrow morning fresh to start.
listen.
Or there's no other option.
I need you
Or
to discuss that first, please.
she said, or
Or
other option. But
it sounds like you to go back and discuss that, please.
listen to her or.
That's pretty ballsy, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Morning fresh to start.
Listen to the or.
Or there's no other option.
I need you to discuss that first, please.
And QB and I were discussing that one, she was the holdout,
She
probably.
was the holdout. She was like, bump all this, y'all. It is 10:30. I'm done. Give me the verdict form. Give it to me. I'm done. You're right. Y'all are right. You're right. Fine.
We had pizza and pop for dinner, and I got heartburn, and I forgot my daggone Tums and Rolaids at the house.
That's right. I got to go. Or alternatively, they ate the pizza and they needed the frog log and they needed to go home.
Hey, well, now I ain't even kidding. I'm not even kidding. If I have to go, I have to go from home. I can't go to a public place. The only time I can go to a public place is if I know that ain't nobody else can hear me, and there ain't nobody else going to walk into the bathroom, and there ain't nobody else waiting out in the hallway for me to hurry up and finish. Otherwise, I'm going to the bathroom at the house.
Patricia, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but he can't really tell them they have to go home. I mean, he gave them the option. They could have gone home and come back tomorrow, and they came back in like, what was it, like 5 minutes, Jenny? And they were like, "Nah, we're gonna stay." So
It
they
was
had to
very
have been
long.
very.
Very long.
They they had to have been very close.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, I thought they were going to come back and say we're still undecided, and I figured then he would give them the Allen charge and let them go home for the evening and come back tomorrow. Y'all think about it overnight. Call your mom and them.
I
See
don't
what
know,
they think.
though. I mean, Patricia is kind of right because I've seen, how many times have we seen the judge say, we're going to stop at 7 o'clock.
Well, I mean, Bev was like 3:30. We're going home. I got to get the White Claw.
Bev would have let them stay 5 minutes after 4.
Not even. Well, she did that one day.
I mean,
But I mean, he kind of did. He's very diplomatic, so, and he's kind of like by the rules kind of guy. So he said, y'all can go home and come back tomorrow. And somebody back there was like, look, I'm heading to the beach tomorrow. I'm not coming back here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got the Apple Bottom Jeans River stabbing thing. We got that tomorrow. We got to watch. I can't be here in court.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, you don't know. They might be true crime people. Lori, cracked me the heck up. I'm
Mm-hmm. I
changing
love him.
my I do too. I'm changing my voir dire question. But see, even him, okay. Even him as an attorney, he missed stuff. He's like, they never said that in the trial, and everybody was like, they absolutely said that. And he goes, oh, I missed that. So see, we all hear different things. And based on our experiences, we cling to those.
Right.
And so like that Dr. Q thing, the people that thought that she was not guilty were like, he did not say that. I'm like, let me get you the timestamp, 2:30. It's on the Crime Cafe. Go
Right.
check it out. You see, I took it off the Crime Cafe, right?
Yes.
Because I felt like if I needed to post it anywhere, I'd be like, oh, let me give Jenny some love. Here, y'all go to 2:30 on the Crime Cafe. You'll see.
Thank you.
Um, but the people that thought she was guilty were like, no, he absolutely said he came to that conclusion. He actually said both.
Yeah, he did. To be fair.
To be fair, he actually said both. But the
Mm-hmm.
way that the prosecution worded it made it sound like, yes, I came to that conclusion completely and solely based on what she said. But technically, he said both.
So Steph, I'm Steph, I feel the need that I need to admonish you for Margaret's sake. So
Oh,
here,
what happened?
that's your admonishment from Margaret. Margaret's like,
Oh, she might have been yelling at me.
no, no, it was over
Oh, okay. I've
the
been
frog log conversation.
Oh, okay. I've been a little off today talking
No,
about things.
but it's funny because you know, I'm admonishing Steph for Margaret on Margaret's behalf, but I'm putting up the thing Margaret hates the most. So I'm switching on Margaret to be like, well, you did that way wrong. Hey, God.
What was funny was when you were pointing all pointy about people being um, nasty, and it was Margaret's comments.
Mm, yeah, you're right.
That
Her
was
hitting the halo.
that was
Oh,
funny.
hold on just a minute. I'm going to hit the play button on this real quick so we can
Okay.
get through this.
All right, you all have a seat.
You might want to fast forward a little bit, Jenny, because it's a few minutes before they come back. Oh, he was there.
I couldn't remember if that was the hotel where the part where she says the hotel or not. Or he says, I mean.
Look, I'm going back to bed.
Oh, Shiraz, that's awful. People are just people are vile.
Yeah, that's not okay. It's not okay either way. Um,
I mean, I
mm.
know I said a few things myself. Uh,
But you weren't ugly. I mean, it was getting. Yeah, it was. It's crazy. What gets me is that if you're a domestic violence victim and you sympathize with her and somebody disagrees with you, why is coming at you for being a domestic
The
violence
jury is we will
victim?
stay. All right, the response from the jury is we will stay. Signed by a juror.
so whenever we heard that little bit, me and QB were both like the big eyeballs.
And then all of a sudden Jenny went live and I was like, oh crap. Okay. Um, but what I was saying was because they disagree, going at them for being a domestic violence victim doesn't prove their point. Like, and alternatively, if you think that she's guilty, then some of the people are like, well, you've never been through it. Well, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through.
Right.
And so it's that kind of stuff that I cannot deal with. I can't deal with it. It's not okay. And that law and crime chat, y'all, that law and crime chat is off I turn it off.
Yeah,
I
I do too.
can't. I can't
And
have it
I'll watch
open.
every once in a while if I'm looking for a specific
Yeah,
information,
for something, but
but
uh-uh.
for the most part, nah, they're
They're
nasty.
toxic. I mean, it's bad. And there's nobody. Now I saw comments disappearing.
I did too
So
early.
I'm wondering if they're starting to get some mods in there.
Well, they need to. I don't understand why they don't. And just
But
somebody to take out the trash because, man,
it's bad.
um,
Was that Shiraz, was that in y'all's chat that it was like that?
oh, Lee's going, all right, Lee, have a good night.
Bye,
Have a good
Lee.
night, Lee.
Not the wine mom swing, baby. I'm gonna need this cat to stop pushing up against my phone. I already can't read. No, it ain't no paying gig. Like, yeah,
I don't think so, Patricia. I think that you can comment just as a subscriber. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't never try to
I don't
check.
know if it's. I don't either. I don't either. I know they try to trick you into paying to get their videos.
Yeah, they do.
I
They do.
don't like that crap.
Hmm.
Oh, lawyer, it was nasty in there. Yeah, and Mel. Yeah, yeah. I know Bob and Jay's chat usually stays pretty chill. And if it doesn't, them mods, I mean, Shiraz, them mods ain't playing. They're like, whoop. Um, it is squeakers. She is like pushing the crap out of my phone, trying to rub up against me, and I'm like, ma'am, I already can't read this tiny little print, and you pushing my phone. Um, Long crime better sit down.
Copyright strike on a bunch of channels a few months ago.
How are they going to copyright people when it's fair? I mean, whatever, dude.
Well, trials and body cam footage and that kind of stuff, they can't copyright strike. But like if somebody plays their like
Like Jesse.
recorded videos, like Jesse Weber or
Well, if
Anjanette,
Jesse Weber shows up and scares the crap out of you before you can get to it, that ain't your fault.
Yeah.
She
That's
says hi, Spins. Please say hi. Can you say hi to the people on the internet?
Hi, squeakers.
That's what M says. She goes, hi, people on the computer.
Mhm.
What did my dad say? Oh, he told Spins hi to the person in her phone.
Well, Ween Baby, I guarantee that those strikes were denied because they can't
They
do that.
can't do that on the trials.
No.
Now, if they have news cover like an anchor coverage, that they can strike. That's theirs and would be under fair use, right?
Yeah, you would have to start and stop. That's why
Yeah,
a lot of times people will try to find like the straight actual feed and not one through somewhere like that. And
yeah,
Law and Crime's usually pretty good. Court TV, they're hardcore. They throw a lot of their stuff in between.
yeah, yeah. They put up
Which is
their
fine,
anchors so
I
you
get
can't
it.
do it. Um,
Oh, I bet it did, Ween Baby. I think I remember Emily D. Baker saying something about that a long time
I
ago.
need to know. I cannot. I mean, there's got to be some reason why EDB didn't follow this trial.
I don't know unless she's got some,
I don't. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'll be honest, she hasn't had a lot of content. She did one today. I think she did a short one today that came out. But I was surprised she did not a word,
Hmm.
not a word.
I don't know. I don't know.
Um, I figured Melanie would be covering it. I knew lawyer, would be covering. I know he's happy the verdict came in tonight. He's golfing tomorrow. He was like, "Y'all, look, listen. If the verdict comes in and I'm on the course, we're gonna have to do a recap." He's like, "I'm golfing."
Well, I was, like I said, I was literally laying in my chair, out of it, zonked out. But I had my phone laying right next to my ear. And I heard commotion and I jolted straight up.
Yep.
And
Well,
ah!
I had look. This is how bad I am. I had Law and Crime on my phone. I had it turned sideways and zoomed in on the verdict clock. So, like in my peripheral vision, I could see if it stopped moving.
Mm-hmm.
And so it stopped, and I was like, and then there was a couple times there was a little hiccup, and it was like stopped, and then it came, and everybody's like, it stopped, and they're like, it restarted, and everybody's like, no, it stopped, and they're like, it literally restarted. Um, and
Oh, look.
I went back through an old replay from 5 months ago, and I heard, "Hi, Margaret. Welcome to the Crime Cafe." Oh, Margaret.
The Adam Montgomery trial.
I don't. Let me tell you about that whole thing. I don't know what's going on, but they are high stepping hard looking for that baby
Yeah, I've been hearing about them doing searches.
for
Yeah.
like the last 2 days. They are. I don't know if they're close. I don't know. I don't know what, but they looking hard.
Hmm. We did. We kidnapped her and kept her for ourselves.
We did, and made her a diamond painter.
Yeah, in the process, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to
Wow.
Shiraz. Here's what's next for me. I'm taking the rest of the week off
And the
because
baby.
my little
The
babies
baby.
next week, and this is our last week of summer. And since the trial ended tonight, I said earlier today that once we got a verdict, I was going to take the rest of the week off to spend with her. So I do want to. I've
Oh,
been thinking, trying my hand at doing some pre-recorded videos.
like premieres?
Well, I thought about putting them out as premieres so that people could live chat during it. But it's, of course, they're pre-recorded videos, but the
Right.
premieres are fun because you get the live chat feature. So that would be kind of cool because then I could, have content on days when I'm not able to stream or something, just to be another way to be able to discuss some of the cases that I really am into, even while we're doing a trial. So,
Yeah. Well, I think the most important thing is, Margaret said, but if you're not watching us, we will be off the chain. Um, I think, and here's what, as a mother who has been through it twice, and I know it's been some time. The first week or two is going to be terrible. It's going to be rough. I'm not going to lie to you.
yeah,
But once you get past that and you see how well she's flourishing and how good it is for her, and then you have some you time, and it's not. And don't get me wrong, because every time she goes, "Mom," my heart melts.
yeah,
Like
mine does
it,
too.
it
Even
just,
though I, even though I might occasionally be like, "What?"
yeah.
I'm
But
still
it
in
just,
my heart smiles when I hear her say it.
it's so cute, and but you're gonna get that a little bit of time to yourself, and you're gonna be like, and then so what it becomes, at least for me, was that then it became you didn't have them during the day, but when they got home from school, it was like this wonderful quality time that you had with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was less time, but it was so much better.
yeah.
I'm gonna cry, my babies.
Well, and
Uh,
the thing is though, whenever you're raising littles, they and you're an stay at home or work from home mom, time just
yeah,
dissipates. It just goes away, and you're like, oh, I've always got tomorrow. I've always got tomorrow. I've always got
yeah.
tomorrow. And then before you know it, poof, they're headed off to school.
But see, but now what it's going to be is when she gets home from school, it's going to be, oh, you're going to make a snack and you can sit down and hear about their day and what did you do and who did you meet and what's your friend and da 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 da. And it's going to be more, I don't know how to, there's more content,
I know what you mean. I know
but
exactly.
yeah, it's
Quality time.
good. It's quality time and it's also intentional time. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Intentional time. Where right now it's throughout the day, mom can I have a snack. Hey, do you want to sit and watch a movie? Are you watching your, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's more intentional because it's like, crap, now, okay, I got to make this time
Yeah.
because I don't have all day.
Right.
But then once you get into the swing of things, trust me when I tell you, you'll be like, all right, baby's going to school. What am I going to do now?
Yeah. Right.
But it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. Especially
Yeah.
because she's so daggone cute. She's so cute.
I remember
Mom.
when Eli went to school, it was rough at first. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
remember I was always like, I wouldn't be separated from my phone for 2 seconds, or I
Yeah.
wouldn't like take a nap during the day because I
Yep.
was like, oh my God, what if the phone rings? What if what if, you know,
I got in trouble because I wanted to walk into his classroom.
yeah,
His
yeah. I
kindergarten
got in
teacher was
trouble
a
at
jerk.
times over that too.
His kindergarten teacher was a jerk. Miss Blauser. I'll never forget her. You hear me, ma'am? You hear me? She called me one time and she's like, he will not sit crisscross applesauce. And I was like, what? And she goes, he will not sit crisscross applesauce. I said, is he on the floor? Is he sitting? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you doing a lot better than I am. If he ain't crisscross applesauce, don't look. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's very excited, Margaret.
Oh, Jenny, she is gonna do so well. She's gonna do so well.
Yeah, I know she's gonna be. You should see. She's got one of those like little red and yellow Crayola stand-up plastic easels that's like
Oh, I remember those.
dry erase on one side and chalkboard on
Yeah.
the other, and she has done nothing but write her alphabet and her
Oh,
numbers, and she has got good penmanship. Like she
gonna
can
do so well.
pretty writing.
And it's gonna be really good for her to be around all the other children too, because she's gonna pick up any of the things that she might be struggling with.
Hmm.
She can pick up from them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? She's gonna do great. She's gonna do great. We still need to talk about kindergarten. I need to know the deal. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling I already know, but I just want to know.
Morgana says, as they become a teenager, you'll be glad they're in school, right? Tell me
Oh,
about it.
then they'll be taking your car and
Exactly, Kel. She's gonna be like, bye, mom.
facts. They're like, you're like, it's okay, honey. You're gonna be fine. They're like, bye, and you're like, why?
I don't know. I don't know. We have our little back to school bash tomorrow, and so she's
Well,
this
that's
morning.
good that they came in with a verdict. Look at them coming in with a verdict tonight for you, so you didn't have to worry about it with the back. That was very considerate of them.
It was very. Thank you so much, jurors.
Juror, I hope. Look, I'm gonna need these jurors to be talking. Okay, I'm gonna need to hear. I'm gonna need to hear the things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, them three. Yeah, them three alternates. What are they thinking right now? Like, y'all, they probably asleep. They gonna wake up in the morning and be like, bro, y'all came to a verdict. I went to bed and I woke up and y'all done had a verdict overnight.
No, Shiraz, she doesn't. Not yet, but she'll make quick friends because uh, she
I don't.
loves.
I was
She
gonna
loves.
say. I don't know if she's probably ever met a stranger.
No, She. Don't get me wrong. In person, she comes off as shy, but like she'll like do the whole little shy, back into me, like and like not really social, be social, but give her 5-10 minutes,
She
and
talks to me now. The first time I was on there, she was like, "No,"
yeah,
because she couldn't
no,
see me. I was like, "Girl, you don't want to see me. You'd be even more scared."
oh hush. But it doesn't take her long to.
No, she was like, "No," and I was like, "But now we're going on a picnic, so
Mm, she's the cutest.
she." Oh,
Okay, you guys, it is after midnight. Let's get to the actual verdict. I don't know if Margaret's still here. She's probably like, hurry up, Lee's done left. I hate that because he was wanting to know what the verdict was. But let's rewatch this verdict all over again. One more time for good measure. Oh, wait, this is where they.
So we'll be in recess until we get another question or a verdict.
That's right, thank you.
So let me get to the actual part.
that judge and the defense attorney are calling in sick tomorrow. The whole court is calling in sick tomorrow.
Right.
That defense dude sounded rough.
He did. He had that, you know how when you get that chest or head cold and you've slept all night
Uh-huh.
in the morning and you got that, like, I don't even
I
know
need
how
to
to,
know who that man is. Sorry.
maybe he's her.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. He's definitely not her aunt.
He's not her aunt. I'm just saying, he wasn't there the whole time. He showed up today. They were apart today. There was like a person-sized space between them, and now he's got his arm around her. I don't understand none of it. And she don't really look comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I would look comfortable either if I was waiting. Maybe her mom's brother. Maybe.
I'm kind of getting like the uncle vibe because the woman that's sitting on the other side of him with the dark and white striped shirt, I'm thinking that's probably his wife, but then again, I don't know.
I still think it's weird that Eva and Tommy ain't never interacted. I don't know who said earlier. Was it Patricia that said, or maybe it was Steph that said he was just looking for his time to shine? He
Yeah.
sure did.
Mm.
He sure did. They sure laughing and joking.
Hmm.
And she ain't hiding her gray.
No, she's not. That's pretty though. It's pretty cool.
Tommy seems like a big old creep. Like, and then when the defense attorney was like, "You said wrong, Benefield," and he said it was one way, and I was like, "I ain't reading it like that." But then Tommy got up there and he was like, "I was just trying to keep the communication open." I was like,
All
"Ew,
right, we're back on the record.
Right?
ew."
If he was so close to his cousin Doug, why isn't Eva close to
That's what
him?
I'm saying. They never interacted. They never interacted. She didn't sit next to him. She didn't talk to him. Nothing. It was mm-mm. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to play this. I got words. I'm gonna be quiet.
You're all right. What is it? Wait, where did it go? Morgana said they kind of look alike. No, I don't know.
Record in the state of
It was a
Florida
whole
versus
crap
Ashley
lie.
Benefield, 2020 CF 3014. I've been informed there's a verdict. Prior to bringing the jury out, I did want to make this announcement.
Ooh,
The jury has reached a verdict, and I'm about to bring them out so the verdict can be reviewed and published. I know many of you here in the audience have been here throughout the trial, and I want to thank you for conducting yourselves appropriately throughout the trial. I realize that the reading of the verdict can be very stressful, and it is likely that some of you will agree with the jury's verdict, and some of you will not. As sometimes happens, it may be that no one is pleased with the jury's verdict. Whatever your personal feelings are about this jury's verdict, I ask you to remember that these jurors were randomly selected from our community. They were thoroughly questioned by the court and lawyers for both sides, and they were selected from the larger group to hear this case because of their demonstrated ability to be fair and impartial.
Margaret.
I've paid close attention to this jury, and they have been attentive, observant, and focused throughout the trial. No matter how much you agree or disagree with the verdict, there are to be no outbursts of emotion. Our judicial system, in fact, our entire society, has relied on jurors to help resolve disputes.
So, Margaret, here you go. This will wake you up. Are you awake now?
Oh, that just popped up on my TV. That ain't right.
She said, "Oh God."
For over 200 years. Their verdict needs to be respected, even if you don't understand it or don't agree with it. Are you ready to bring in the jury?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring them in.
All right.
Bring the jury.
That face needs to be an emoji picture.
That was a good screen grab. I did good on that one.
You did.
That was an accident. I paused it and she was looking like that. I said, "Ooh, Margaret," and I was like, "Ooh, Margaret." Hold on, let me send that to Jenny.
You're able to catch tonight, Bill.
All right, y'all have a seat. Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict and you have a foreperson.
Yes, we do.
Ma'am, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have.
Is the verdict unanimous?
Yes, it is.
Would you please hand the verdict form to the deputy? I need to check it and make sure it's in proper form.
Ain't that the okay? Is there another option, woman?
What, QB?
I said that voice sounded like the lady that was like, okay, is there another option?
She's probably the
That
foreperson.
was the foreperson, yeah.
We need memes to that picture. Oh, we need a good meme. That is true. That would be a good meme, I mean, said Margaret.
I thought I saved that picture. Where did I put that picture?
I don't know.
Did I send that in the Discord or? Ma'am, your face just came up.
Huh?
The coffee. There it is. The coffee shirt. The coffee
I was
owns
getting
your
ready to
face.
say I just yawned my whole head off and I had to look at my camera. I was like, wait a minute, what?
No, your contact picture in my phone is that coffee owns me,
Oh, gotcha.
and it just came up. It scared me for a minute.
When Duncan tells you they're out of the flavoring you ordered. When your kid enters and says, I'm sorry immediately without expanding on what they did. Steph's like dropping
Facts.
hardcore. All right, here we go, Margaret. For you, ma'am.
All right, the verdict appears to be in proper form. Madam Clerk, would you please publish the verdict?
In the Circuit Court of the 12th Judicial Circuit in for Manatee County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Ashley Benefield, case number 2020 CF 3014. Verdict. We, the jury, finds as follows as to the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense. Did Ashley Benefield actually carry a firearm? Yes. Did Ashley Benefield discharge a firearm? Yes. Did Ashley Benefield, as a result of discharging a firearm, cause death to Douglas Benefield? Yes. So say we all this 30th day of July, 2024 at Bradenton, Manatee County, Florida. Cheryl foreperson.
Would either side like the jury polled? State? No. Defendants?
Yes, sir.
Members of the jury, you're now going to be polled. The clerk is going to ask each of you individually if this is your verdict and the verdict of the jury as a whole.
There you go, Margaret. There you go.
Here's what's interesting.
I mean, they found her guilty of the lesser. They didn't find her guilty of second degree.
Here's what's interesting. Well, a couple things. One, on the verdict form, it said, did she have a gun? Did she discharge the weapon? Did she kill Doug? That's going to come in at sentencing. But she was filling in for you. Actually, I started it, but she didn't cry here either. You'd be picking me up off the floor. I'd be wallowing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
Wait, what's going on? What's going on? What are y'all talking about?
Morgana said she was filling in for Steph with the frog log, and I said I actually started it with where'd Spence go? Did she fall asleep? With the laundry badge.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. When Chick-fil-A gives you mediocre customer service. God.
Good. That face she got on right now, that's when the Chick-fil-A gives you mediocre service.
When Chick-fil-A gives you mediocre customer service.
God, that face, that was so good.
Steph is like
Steph
killer
is dropping them. Yeah,
on
she's
drops.
definitely. You gotta let Margaret listen to when they remand her, though.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on, Margaret. Hold on. Let me take face and eyes off the screen real quick. Okay, let's. So they do the whole thing about, the whole little thing where they discuss whether or not she's going to be given the, bail or be remanded. So watch this.
Madam Clerk?
Juror number 15, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
We'll go ahead and watch this because I want to
Juror
see
number
your face.
20, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror 21, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror number 29, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Juror number 33, is this your verdict
Right.
as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
And juror number 35, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Thank you. Members of the jury, I want to thank you for your time and consideration in this case. I know that many of you have missed important work obligations and family obligations and other engagements. I want to thank you, observant, and reflect, documenting some sort of other paperwork for work or anything like that. Contact my judicial assistant and we'll be able to get that for you. I also want to advise you of some very special privileges that all jurors enjoy. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and you are all electronic devices, and please make sure that your notes stay with the deputy. They're going to be returned to me. They will be.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get my charger or my MacBook is gonna croak. Hold on, I'll be right back. QB, you wanna?
I'm here. I got you. Let me
Okay.
see.
I
What
can
y'all talking about?
I can hit play on the video and let it just keep going. I just gotta charge it.
Well, just pause it and I'll talk. We'll talk
Okay.
amongst ourselves.
I'll be right back.
Y'all, it's smacking the pickle. You ain't right. Woof. You ain't right. When somebody says they ain't got no orange chicken pizza rolls, and you know they're on the end cap. Spins, you can't stay up all night. I'm just saying. Take your meds. Go to bed. Yeah, Margaret, they're talking about oh, she's out on bond, and wait a minute, when Margaret's ex-employer realizes there's a reason she got paid what she did because she's invaluable. Facts. That's what I said, Miss King. No emotion at all. I mean, is she just dry? Like, what is? I don't know. Um, I'd have been babbling for sure. I'd have been babbling for sure. When they said remand her, what? I'd
Well,
have
no,
fallen on the
she
floor.
can. I'm sorry, I'm back. If she can cry like she did on the stand, then why wouldn't she cry that she's never going to get to see her little girl again? Well, for years. Does that make
Wait a
sense?
minute. Yes. Oh, Shiraz. Yeah. See, I don't have that problem. Mowing the dirt. John mowing the dirt. Oh, Lord. Y'all funny. Y'all funny, funny. Did you get your plug?
Yeah, I'm plugged.
Play it.
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Destroyed, no one will ever read your notes. Thank you. All right, you all can have a seat. The jury is out. State.
Judge, I would ask you to remand the defendant at this point. I believe she has a right to a PSI for sentencing, so I'm not sure if she would waive that or proceed with that.
That's where I was going with it, Kel. That's where I was going.
Fact.
That's why I said that about the no tears there, but she, and the one thing that one prosecutor did say today, I know she was being mean and ugly and all that, but when she said to the jury, you all realize she didn't have a single drop of any moisture coming out of her face.
Use your common sense. But see,
Yeah.
she could have left it at that. She didn't have. She could have even said when you. What did she call it? When you're shaking. What did she call it? She called it something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember what she said.
She could have left it at that. She didn't have to go. That's all I'm saying. She didn't have to do that.
Steph says, in my opinion, she proved why they voted right in finding her guilty. There was no snot. What did Shiraz say that makes Kel, or not Kel, but Steph say that about making QB gag?
Oh, where's that? What? It must be feet.
When you sit down and realize he left the seat up.
No, that's when I said when you look at other people and wonder why they got married.
Oh, God. Okay,
See,
here we
for me, if I run out of toilet paper, I gotta yell at myself. I don't run out of toilet paper though.
go.
Do you went to PSI?
I think we'd prefer to have PSI.
I'll sign an order tonight for that. It's a late in the evening. My judicial assistant will reach out to both of you tomorrow to begin coordinating a hearing, sentencing hearing. You could let her know how much time you need. Right now, the pre-sentence investigations are running a month to 6 weeks, so it'll certainly, the time for sentencing will be outside of that. But then you can let me know.
I missed that the first time.
Let me direct myself, Your Honor, to post-trial release if I can.
Yes, sir.
Under Youngston, I know that Younghans, rather, I know that the court is familiar with the standard. They stated in no uncertain terms. But if taken in good faith on grounds not frivolous but fairly debatable in view of the decisions of the Supreme Court, then the petitioner should be admitted to bail. And they set out for the trial court 3 factors. The first, with respect to the appeal not being frivolous, I think by the court's own acknowledgement at 2 different points in the trial, the court noted that we were dealing with novel issues that the court had not seen before. I think we certainly have good and sufficient grounds to appeal in good faith. The factors, according to Young Pens, Your Honor, is the habits of the individual as respect for the law. Ms. Benefield has no prior history of criminal activity, as the court knows. Her local attachments to the community by way of family ties, business, or investments. She lives here in Bradenton, has lived here for a while. Her mother resides here. Her child resides here. The severity of the punishment imposed for the offense, that is substantial. There's no denying it. And any other circumstance relevant to the question of whether the person would be tempted to remove herself from the jurisdiction of the court. Ms. Benefield, on every single occasion over the course of the life of this case, has appeared when requested. She has never once failed to meet any obligation pursuant to the bond that she's on. As a result, we ask that the court entertain setting a post-trial bond. The only other thing that the court noted in the Young Hands decision was that it's axiomatic that the exercise of judicial discretion should never be arbitrary, capricious, or unreasonable. And where the discretion is exercised in favor of denying to a person a basic and fundamental right, the reasons for doing so should be sound and they should be clearly stated. So pursuant to Rule 3.691, post-trial release, Your Honor, we ask that the court admit Ms. Benefield to bond, continue her on the same bond, in fact. And if the court is not inclined to do so, we ask that Your Honor stay the decision so that we can appeal directly to the second district. As the court knows, it's an accelerated docket because of the nature of the motion, that is to say, the bond.
Thank you. State, did you want to be heard?
Judge, I object to any bond at this point. The potential sentence is 30 years. While this defendant may have appeared at every court hearing, she was not convicted of the charge at the time. She has much more at stake at this point, being convicted of this crime, and I would ask you to deny the bond.
Any rebuttal? No, sir. Ms. Benefield, the jury, having found you guilty of manslaughter with a firearm, are going to remand you to the custody of the Manatee County Sheriff. We're going to revoke your bonds where you'll be held pending.
Did you hear that, Margaret? He literally had zero. He thought nothing about it. He's like, nope, we're immediately going to remand you to the blah, blah, blah county jail, blah, blah, blah.
Like, he didn't even think.
My chat has gone to hell in handbasket.
Sentencing.
My chat is y'all are just too much.
Out of control. Out of control. Where, Shiraz, where are you watching the recaps? Because I didn't watch that trial for Adelson. Because Donna's next week, ain't she? No, that ain't right. Is she? August. Ain't she?
I don't know. I didn't catch any of that. I barely know the key players in that chat in that trial case, the whole thing.
Well, I will tell you this, Crime Cafe After Dark. Y'all both said it. Y'all in your mind. Lawyer, you know, he does skip a lot. So I like his recaps like when I've watched the trial, but if I haven't watched, I need to watch. I don't know, but Jay's got a thing for Wendy. Like Wendy's going down. He's got a whole playlist. Reason why Wendy's going to be arrested. No, Wendy's just going to. What is it, Shiraz? Reason why Wendy's going to jail? Oh, is it September? It is September. Okay, I got a minute.
Well, Wendy, is that who? Wait, what?
Wendy
What
ain't been arrested. Huh?
What is even going on? Is it the mom? Is she
So
the one that's going on trial for the murder too?
she's next.
Okay.
It was the hitman and the girl that arranged the hitman. And then, which I think they turned on Charlie and Donna, I don't know. I'm lying to you if I said I know for sure, but then Charlie went on trial and he was found guilty. And now Donna's going on trial. Wendy has never been arrested. Now, my personal opinion is that Charlie gonna sing like a canary because them two women done left him out to dry. So that's yeah. Oh yeah, no, I think Wendy should go down. Jay just cracks me up because he's got a whole playlist. She knew.
Side note, also, I don't know if you all heard, but J.P. Miller and Micah Miller's family
Ugh,
have come to a
no,
plea agreement.
he got the daggone, crap. Crap. Didn't he get the whole thing?
What do you mean, get the whole thing?
Didn't he get her estate and all that, or whatever it was called?
Uh,
He won.
right, but he's basically, they made an agreement.
Hmm.
He's paying them whatever. I can't remember exactly how it all went down. I just know that they, in order for them to not sue him and to drop the, like, what do you call it? The charge that the wrongful death suit or whatever they called it. He's got to pay them so much money. They didn't say how much.
Hmm.
And so, but they have to drop the civil suit against him, and um,
Let me
I
tell you
guess
what I know. He's gonna
he's
get his
he is going to get his. That's for
because
sure.
I
But here's
mean,
the
there's.
thing: there are other alleged victims that are supposed to
Hmm.
be coming out.
And here's the thing. Here's what I know. Okay, if you're an evil person, you gonna get yours.
Hmm.
If you an evil person that acts like you a pastor and you a godly man, no, homie, he's coming for you.
Yeah.
It's he's done. Yeah, I think Shiraz, the calls and stuff, they're big mad at Wendy. I swear, and Charlie's supposed to, he's got transfer orders to come to Donna's trial. Yeah, they ain't getting no money from him. Um, but yeah, so one of them is gonna call Wendy out. Wendy knew, but Charlie's done had enough. He's like, I ain't your patsy.
Hmm.
I just don't know if he has it in him. But yeah, I got to go back and watch that. See if I can find that trial and watch it. But Jay is funny. I love it. He cracks me up. He's got a whole playlist.
I was going to say you should be able to find plenty of playlists out there dedicated to that trial. Spins, Shiraz and QB are talking, and Steph are talking about the Charlie Adelson.
Adelson, yeah, Donna.
And talking about the Micah Miller.
Donna gonna get bent. I'm looking forward. That's why I got to catch up. I got to go. I mean, I've watched, I think pretty much everything Jay has on his channel, which is actually, even though it's the Why Wendy's gonna get arrested next kind of playlist, his his uh his stuff, it gives you a lot of information about the players and how it all went down. And oh, let her see the handcuffs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna jump soon because I'm ready for bed. But let's do this. Here we go. There you go, Margaret. There you go.
Not gonna lie, I think that he had her believing that she even if she was found guilty, she wouldn't be going to jail. Oh, I'll be able to talk him into it. You've been out on bond this long. Yep, I bet he had. She might be in shock. I'd be in shock.
Spence said I heard Micah Miller, and then I got lost with other names. Right? She's trying.
Sorry,
She's trying to be Margaret's alarm, apparently.
we squirreled all over the place.
Yeah, we did. Oh my God. Today was like, I always feel like a heaviness on these jury deliberation days.
Yeah,
And then like a whew when it's done, you know?
and then like a now what?
Yeah. Right now what? I need to be looking at the docket to
Stress.
see.
She does seem like completely disassociated. I don't know. But now I need to go find Eva's TikTok because I bet she's TikToking away.
Who?
Doug's daughter.
Oh yeah.
She ain't under no nothing now. And I hope that her little t-shirt thing takes off.
I hope
And
so. I hope so. She's got
um,
some cute stuff.
she does have that mermaid go fish thing. I need that shirt in my life.
Yeah, that was super cute.
It's very cute.
Stresses, I didn't feel that way at all when they cuffed Alex Murdaugh. Oof.
Y'all, okay, I gotta tell you, don't come at me. I did not watch that trial. I
Mm.
watched it vicariously. Look, I had 2 private patients at the time. I was working like 16, 18-hour days almost every day. It was ridiculous, but my one patient was watching it. So I got a recap when I got there at night to take care of him. I'll be like, what happened? What happened with Murdoch today? He's like, you ain't gonna believe it. He was so cute. He was like 80 years old. He's so cute. He watched that thing, so I ain't never seen him pay such close attention to something in my life.
Margaret said she earned her law degree watching that trial. I'm telling you what, that trial is one of those that's like everywhere Alex Murdaugh walked, he was like the Grim Reaper. Like people
Right.
just got all over the place around him. And it was a pretty epic trial.
I wouldn't mind going back and watching it. It's like 400 years long.
It is long. It's a long one. I
I
love
was
that.
like, Andy, you still watching that trial? God bless, they ain't found him guilty yet. He's like, he's crying.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. When he was on the stand crying, now you want to talk about snot flinging? You want to talk about snot
Oh, brain.
flinging.
Oh, that was the body cam.
When,
No brain.
whenever he was on the stand testifying, because he got up there and
Oh
testified.
yeah.
And when he got up there, I'm telling you, I never saw so much snot and spit and tears and oh my God. Right, Patricia, can't forget that Snapchat video. It was definitely him.
Hey
100%.
Billy. I'm gonna have to, because I know the judge in that case is one of the favorites. Um, y'all, I lost the back to my y'all. Now I'm sitting here, I'm all comfortable,
Yeah,
right?
he was, Shiraz. He was blowing his whole nose without nothing.
Ew.
It was
Oh,
it was awful. It was
don't make
so
me go watch this trial. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yay! Don't get up. I found it.
bad.
No, it was all comfortable. I got my pillows all set. Because y'all, I'm still sleeping in the recliner, and I got my pillows all, myself all braced up. I got my AC turned down. I got my blanket on. I'm sitting here talking with my friends on the interwebs, and my vape battery died. That's just, I
No.
mean, right? Like unacceptable.
Kel said ask
Unacceptable.
that trial for tips on how to cry on the stand, right?
Right? I did see that part. I think I watched that part with Andy. He was like, watch this. And he was like up there just blubbering.
I still, Margaret and Shiraz, I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think? Why? Okay, because I'm still not sure that I know why he killed them, unless it was because Granddaddy said so.
Aren't they all murderous? What, don't it like run in the family or something?
Well, I mean,
Ain't
kind of.
that the word on the crime streets?
Patricia said the universe said, no vape for you, QB. Come back 1 year. Hey,
Universe
Bill.
said, whatever, I got more batteries. Look, that's about one of the only things that'll make me get out from being comfortable. I'm gonna have my vape now.
What, Shiraz? Are you
Wait,
for real?
wait a daggone minute. See, see, see. I thought that too.
Mm-mm. I don't know about that.
I gotta watch that trial.
I don't know about that. I don't know, Shiraz.
Oh, I'm gonna start a whole fight now. Shiraz, what you think about Brian Koberger? Let's see what she says.
Do you think it was the cousin that may have done it, Shiraz? Do you think he hired somebody to do it then?
Yeah, like,
Margaret?
do you think he's behind it and he hired somebody, he didn't physically do it, or do you think he didn't have nothing to do with it? I need to know. I got questions because I didn't watch this trial, but I'm
Without
waiting for him to
getting
get a new trial.
without getting into the weeds, I just can't see how he could have moved that quickly from the stables to the house and get cleaned up that quick. I think he knows who did it though. See, when they did the whole timeline thing though, I thought that everything was good, especially with that four-wheeler. I mean, because that four-wheeler had ran over top of her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the boating accident and the lawsuit. Yeah, got to get rid of the son. He's a problem.
Well, the granddaddy basically, in not so many words, said, "You're gonna have to do something with Paul because
He's a problem.
Paul was causing problems and lots of them."
And loud about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I do think he did it, said Margaret, but I never really could pinpoint his motive. Maybe to get out of the upcoming lawsuit with the girl. That's where my brain goes. Paw. I know, right, Margaret? Oh, that kills me. He's like, he never called him that before, and then all of a sudden, you're going to paw whenever he's up on the stand? Murdaugh did steal from everybody.
That's true. That's true, Shiraz. They could have come for him and his family. Y'all gonna make me go watch this trial.
It was so good. It was so good. It was so
I
good.
went down. I've been down a 48 hours rabbit hole,
Mm-hmm.
and so I watched one on Rex Howerman. Howard. The List Killer.
Right.
The List. That's a double. That's a double. The List guy. Anyways, I watched the first one when they got hit. There's a lot of bodies. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna put $1 on the wall. They ain't done finding bodies. They are not done finding. But 48 hours got some good stuff you don't see.
Shiraz says that's plausible, but I can't see how he got cleaned up, leaving no evidence on his person that quickly. Well, so I don't know. I know that didn't they say that the maid the next day when she had come in, she like automatically started a load of laundry, and there was like proof that he had been in the shower because of some clothes or wet towels or something laying there. Um,
Steph, I already made one. I thought I sent it to Jenny, but maybe I didn't. Here we go.
God, it makes me want to watch Murdaugh all over again. Plus, you gotta love a good Southern accent. Ooh, Murdaugh was so daggone good. It was so
I
good.
know that I'm telling you what, this whole man was enthralled 24/7 watching this trial. And then he watched the trial about the trial, and then he watched the commentary about the 8 hours that he just watched. Kind of like us. But anyways, I just sent you. I know you got on your DND, but Huraman. I
Human.
just Huraman. Yeah. And that guy, that lawyer that's representing the one killed girl that they weren't sure was killed, but then he come in. He's a whole wackadoodle messed up job. That's gonna be interesting.
Mm, they couldn't
Um,
prove you took the shower.
I know you got your DND on, but I just sent you something. I thought I sent it to you before.
Where'd you send
Um,
it to?
I sent you a text. I know your DND is on, even though I'm
Oh,
supposed to be able to surpass it. But
well, my phone. I've got my phone in the living room. Do I need it now, or is it
no, you don't need it now. It's just something for later that Steph was looking for.
okay? Ooh,
Right?
Koberger. Whenever that one comes up, I'm going to be all over that one because, oof.
I never got an answer from Shiraz. Oh, you don't know about? Okay. Yeah, Steph, she wasn't a victim, but might have been a victim, could have been possibly, but not sure. But then he got involved with in it, and now his mission in life is that this daughter, and I mean, he's cray cray, but that whole press conference that he had and the stuff he was talking about, I don't know. I don't know. Daughter could be involved. Daughter could be involved.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna have to go watch that trial.
Has anybody seen or read any of the Howard Blum book? Blum, however you say his name, that wrote the Koberger book, the Idaho 4 kids.
Mm-mm.
Oh, mm-mm. Sherry said no. Okay. Well, he kind of goes into, and apparently he has spins. I think they can just be put in the pantry unless they're opened. If they're like individual cups, they don't have to be refrigerated until you open it. But the Howard Blum guy, he apparently has sources, and that's where he got the information to write this book, whatever you want to call it. But he goes into pretty big detail into the scene when the cops arrive at the uh, Kings Road house or Kings Drive or whatever you call that road that they lived on. It looks like it's going to be good. I haven't read it yet though. I've heard bits and pieces of it and listened to some of it and read some of it, but I haven't. I've only read what I've seen online. I haven't read the actual book. Oh, Spence, you've never had applesauce? Oh, I love applesauce. The cinnamon kind, the kind with cinnamon though. Plain's fine too, but QB, where'd you go, man?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Sherry likes hers room temp.
I like mine with red hots in it.
Red Hots?
We make homemade applesauce. We make cinnamon applesauce, and you boil the apples and with the sugar and all that, and then you throw red hots in with it, the red hot candies, and
Yeah?
you cook it until they melt, and so it's like cinnamon red hot applesauce. It's so good.
Hmm.
It's so good.
Wow, never thought about that. Ooh, cinnamon, strawberry, and apple.
Ooh,
Who would have
I
thunk
hadn't I
applesauce?
hadn't had applesauce. Look at Walmart. Where's Sherry at? Walmart, add to cart. Oh, I got to look for them goldfish crackers. You know what I found the other day? Let me tell you what I found the other day. You know, Nature Valley, they got the granola bars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They got savory ones now, and they're like everything. My thing, really, I don't know what is up with me and everything bagel. I'm all about that. They got everything bagel bar.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ask me what's on top of my refrigerator. Savory every. I ain't got them yet. Know what else? The other day, this is why they don't let me in the Walmart. We cleared out Pringles. I got old Pringles.
Robotic. You're sounding robotic.
Oh God. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Yeah, now you sound okay.
Okay. This is why I'm not allowed in Walmart. Because we cleared out the Pringles shelf. If anybody in my area wants Pringles, I'm sorry. And I found banana nut bread frosted Pop Tart. Shut up.
Hmm.
I ain't tried those yet either. I got all kinds of stuff the other day, and then like breakfast, like stuff to go to with my coffee. And I was like, this morning I was like, ooh, what am I gonna have first? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, not the Pringles.
Mm.
Them Philly cheesesteak Pringles. Yo,
Those sound
yo.
good. I love Pringles of any flavor, but like I said
I know
earlier,
you like the original.
but I don't hate on any of the other flavors either. So
The Mexican street corn, bro. They're so good. So good. Oh, I want to try the all dressed up because Lay's has an all dressed up potato chip, but you can only get it in Europe. You can't get it here. Like Gracie might be able to get it.
what flavor?
It's called all dressed up.
Oh, I've heard of that before.
But they're the Lay's ones you can't get here. Well, now they got a Pringles one. Pringles was like, hold my beer. We'll make some and we'll sell them here. So
hold on, I'm catching up in the chat.
oh Lord, I'm not even looking at the chat. I was responding to a message. Oh yeah, Canada. Yeah. Oh, those peanut butter and chocolate wafers. You ain't allowed to have them. Wait a minute, ma'am. Yeah, I got the oil dress. I don't know if they're any good. I haven't tried them yet. We legit got y'all. I'm embarrassed. We probably got 10 cans of Pringles
10?
at least. Now, mind you, man-child can eat 2 sleeves. I mean, the child is 6'5". He's a family of 6. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we got like, yeah, we got a lot. Because you can't find the flavors all the time, and then when you order groceries, they go, oh, they don't have them, and then I got to go in the store and prove them wrong, and nobody wants that. So we were in there and saw all the flavors. I was like, throw them in the cart.
Shiraz talking about the
Oh,
channel
Voodoo!
saying
I love Voodoo.
was in on it and stuff. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that case. I don't know who any of these people are.
What are you talking? Wait! I'm missing a comment. What'd she say?
I think if you go into channels saying Huerman's daughter was in on it, you're likely to get banned at least until there's some solid evidence out there. Most mods are treat her as a victim.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying when he had his press conference before I knew that he was a little Lulu, I was like, yo, yeah, I'm not saying none of that. No, I'm not saying none of that. I don't know enough about it. I just, like I said, I saw the first thing that they did on him, and then I saw that press conference before I knew he was a little off. He called a whole press conference. Like, who called the press conference? He's like, I did. For what? Because I got evidence. I'm sorry, sir. What? Yeah, it's a little peanuts and red hot. Peanuts and red hot.
There's like 15 different conversations going on.
Right? It's hysterical.
Patricia's talking about cream cones. I'm like, what are cream cones even? I don't even know what cream cones are.
Wait a minute, cream
then she
cones.
said something about the Trader Joe's potato chip plant burnt down.
What?
And then Melinda's talking about smoked almonds. If you like those, you got
Oh,
street corn almonds.
shut up. Them smoked almonds? Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was big mad when the airline stopped giving them out. That's where I first had smoked almonds when I was a kid. They gave them little packs. I'm old. Look, Spins, them smaller Pringles packs ain't even a quarter of a size.
Oh, Patricia meant to say ice cream cones. Okay, I was like, what are cream cones? I had no idea what in the world.
Oh,
I did
well, I
want
would
some
take both.
ice cream cones the other day. They're made by like the Keebler Fudge people, and they're ice cream cones that are like dipped in that
Ooh.
hard chocolate that like hardens, you know.
Oh, the shell stuff.
Yeah.
Well, M gets the ones that's just I can't remember what they're called. They're the tip of the ice cream cone. And they fill them with like I don't know, some kind of something that's it's not ice cream because they don't stay cold. They go in the cabinet. But there's like a white filling and then the top is dipped in chocolate and they're like the size of the end of your pinky and she loves them because she ain't supposed to have stuff like that. but she can have like 2 or 3. And she's like, I had ice cream cones. And I'm like, did you though?
Mm.
I didn't even tell y'all last time I saw her, I brought her one of them Arby's orange tickle shakes because she loves them. And
Mm.
normally what she does is she'll take a few schlips and then we'll put it in the freezer and it takes a little more. So I'm sitting there talking to her and she's over there eating that thing and I'm drugged up because I had surgery and I'm not paying attention. She ate that whole shake, ma'am. I was like, Lord, your alarm is fixing to go off. And it did. It was like, beep, 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 beep. I was like, oh, crap. It's all my fault.
Oh, Shiraz said I loved those when I was a kid. My grandparents used to keep them in their pantry and dole out exactly 5 at a time. Oh,
What? 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 What things? What'd you get 5 at a time? 5 ain't enough. That ain't a serving size.
I assumed she was talking about ice cream cones.
I don't know. They are, but they're not. They're not ice cream though. They're like some kind of weird feeling because they sit on the pantry. They come in a little zipper bag, and you can only get them in like I don't know Walmart on a good day if you're jumping up and down on one foot. She's like,
Oh,
"You find them ice cream cones? Oh,
Shiraz.
smoked almonds. Oh, those are so good."
All right, you guys. I'm calling it a night. It is almost 1 a.m. So I'm going to go to Sleepy Town and I will not see you tomorrow. I'm going to take the rest of the week off. Like I said, I might do a pop up live here and there, but and
To be with the baby.
I'll give a if I do go live, I'll do a 30-minute beforehand notification. But yeah, I'm gonna take the rest of the week off and spend it with my baby.
Steph said that dang sugar diabetes. Y'all I almost fell out when my daddy said
Right, Shiraz? Stop. They're making me hungry at midnight
that.
too.
That in his prostrate. No, sir.
Prostrate.
It's
Prostrate.
not. Sir, no. It's no. Mm-mm.
Your pros ain't straight, man.
My sugar diabetes. Sir.
I will, you guys. Kel said I miss you. I miss you too.
Yeah, we'll miss you, but I'm glad you're gonna be with the baby. I'm
Thank
digging
you.
the Starry Night background. I like that.
Yeah, I added that earlier today. I was just messing around in my Canva and I was
I
like, I
still
don't know.
haven't figured out in the Canva, do you go in overlays? Is it under overlay? What's it on?
In where?
For Canva. Is it backgrounds? Is it overlay? What is it?
This is a background, yeah.
Background. Okay. I play with it. You got paid Canva or regular Canva?
No, I pay for mine.
Yeah, I
I got
don't.
the paid version. I didn't for a long time, but then I think there was some stuff that I wanted to try out that I could only use with the paid version, and I was like,
They say it's worth every penny.
yeah, I love it. But
So I don't use it enough just yet. There's a little birdie down in the corner.
what?
There's a little birdie flapping down in the corner.
Of this video?
Yes, I thought it was all stars, but at the very bottom on the left, there's a little white birdie. You see him flittering?
Oh,
Either
yeah.
that or I'm having a stroke.
No, I see it, but it's not a bird. That's just a bigger
Mm,
star, I guess.
mm-mm. No, he's flapping. He's got wings.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump down because I won't shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I really am. I need to use the potty and go get my butt in the bed.
All right. Love y'all,
Shit.
mean it. I guess we'll see you Monday or no, like I don't know. See you when you see you.
I'll keep in touch. I'll keep in touch. I don't know how things will go, but I mean, I'll pop in. I'm not gonna like love you and leave you for the entire week. I will, even if it's just to come in, just to chit chat, to have some cafe time here and there, because But I'll keep y'all updated.
All right. We all sleep well. Love you, mean it. I'm out. Bye.
Love you, QB. Good night. I will, Margaret. Margaret says, have a fun week and enjoy. Jolie May Hoobier. Yes. I love you, Spins. Thank you, Shiraz. You won't be lonely. Only the lonely. At least it ain't crooked. Thank you, Miss King. Thanks, Spins. Thank you, Sherry. I love you guys. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love you, Morgana. Right? The jury was even partying late. They were. Yeah, and there you go. It's a UFO. It was twinkling. Just have fun, whatever you do. I will. I will. All right. I love you guys, and I will hop in a day or two, probably with some sort of an update of some kind or something or other. Okay. 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 All right. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Have a good tomorrow. Bye.